Well, good morning, everybody. It's Leanne Greff with today's free class, live video every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Now, I wasn't here last Tuesday. It was the 4th of July, and we had our family here, and we're celebrating. So I didn't host it, and now I have so much to share. I have to make up for that missed day. So yeah, hopefully you are joining me. I am going to refresh my screen so I can greet people. Let me know if you're here. There we go. Come on. Okay. Hi, Susan and Jean. First one's on today. At least that you're that those who are saying something. Good morning, Annette. Okay, so I have here some online exclusives that one I received just yesterday, and a few others we could pre-order as demonstrators. So yeah, oh, you're getting rain in Stanley. I hope we get some today, Barb, too. We have been missed all over Central North Dakota has been missed a lot this last month. We haven't had rain for many weeks here. I know others have had lots, but anyway, I have these online exclusives. They became available July 6th, and already some are out of stock. Now I want to talk a little bit about that. Online exclusives are exactly that. They are not in any catalog. They are only seen online. So you have to go to the online store at StampiNUp.com to find them. Now, Stampin' Up! Says that some will get reordered when they run out and others will not. They are while supplies last. So, yeah, I want to talk about the truck because this is a big popular item right now. Now, it was available the first half of a day on July 6th, and then they ran out of the stamp set. Good news is it was not the punch. The punch can take a long time to come in because I believe they're made in China. The stamp sets are made in Kanab in Utah. So this will be back July 17th. If you really want this bundle, I encourage you to get the truck punch now, because if it runs out, I don't know if they will reorder or if they will just cut it off. So get this now, get the stamp set after July 17th. That's the estimated date it will be there. Yeah, so that's what I would suggest, that you just get them separately for now. Get this while it's available. They're not telling us whether it will be back or not if this runs out. So yeah, but at least you'd have the punch, because you can do things just with the punch without the stamp set. But man, there's some adorable projects out there already using the whole bundle here. So this is another bundle that just came out called Horse and Sleigh, and it's gorgeous. I created, well, not with this actually. I created one of my kits to go with this One Horse Open Sleigh designer paper, and it has gorgeous scenes that you can make cards with. And I want to show you what I did. People are putting snowmen in there, or trucks is driving along, and it's just so cute. So sorry, those are kind of upside down. And I'm missing a few because I used a lot of it between my team meeting and my kit to go. So while I'm on that, I'm going to just show you. My kit to go features that paper, these snowflakes, and some ribbon. This is another new ribbon. It's a gold and red ribbon, not featured in this kit, however. So, but these are. So they are all fun folds. This is called my One Horse Open Sleigh kit. And that is 2 of the cards. Here is another card. And here are those kind of coppery snowflakes. They actually kind of work when you have a little bit of rust or copper on your cards. Each one is a fun fold, a fancy fold. And I did use some of that stamp set for the insides of the card. It's not necessary. This is a unique fold here. I used some of the dies that are in that bundle, 2 different papers. And this is my favorite. See that? So great way to use these scenic cards, this fold right here. So that is on my shop at flowerbugshop.com. So you can get that. It's $28 and it includes $20 in products. The PDF tutorial, everything's pre-cut. You can just get the tutorial only. So that's one of my kits to go this month. So these are some of the online exclusives that are there. We even have some circle punches that came back. Some designer paper that's been around, ribbon that was in last year's catalog. You really need to just take a look at these every now and then. Now, one of them that just came out, and I just got in and I had to make these because I think they're just gorgeous. So these are slimline cards, and this kit is called Blossom Wishes. And this is what they look like. Oops, upside down. So nice, great big envelopes, and oh, still upside down. And so yeah, they're really neat cards, very textural and lifelike. So they do such a beautiful job on these kit collections. But this is only $13 for this Blossom Wishes kit. I expect it's going to sell out. I think that it's really, really striking. A little bit of foil accents on there, Orchid Oasis, and I'm not sure if that is Calypso Coral. I think so. So that's a few of the online exclusive items that you can get. All right, let's get into door prizes. So last week we had the Resin Stars and we had a card kit. And the card kit is everything cut out, not stamped, for 3 cards. You get the directions as well. These were the cards I shared last week. And so nothing is stamped for you, but you can use your own stamps to make these 3 fun fold cards. So the winners are of these 2 items. I don't know, I haven't been looking at the who's on, but Eddie Potts won the card kit and Fonda Rush won the Resin Stars. So congratulations, gals. Thank you for commenting and sharing my video. I appreciate that. That's how you get a prize. Is to comment and share. Okay, this week's prizes are in the Country Stamp Set, which I've made some beautiful monochromatic cards and some technique type cards. If you go back, do a search on my blog at Flowerbuds Ink Spot and type in the country and you'll see a ton, or just Google it. You'll see a ton of samples. And this is the adhesive back seasonal sequins. So these are an item on the clearance rack. So let's talk clearance rack for a minute. I just checked it out again, and the clearance rack still has a ton of items on there. There are still designer paper for $2.25, and it is specialty paper, regular $15. There is embellishments down to $1.25, I think, for ribbon embellishments. There's some bundles. They're separately, of course, the dies and the stamp set, but they match up, all from the last catalog. So that is exciting. So check out the clearance rack. Use the host code if you order from me with the host code this month and your order is over $65. You have to use a host code. You will get a free new stamp set and this, there are envelopes too, and this 8 cards kit. So I put this together. So this is my 8 cards kit featuring the stamps. So all you need is inks. Everything is done. Your bows are even done for you. The punches are done. You just have to stamp. So, and it's a 2-step stamp, so no coloring needed, but you can if you want. So that's my free gift for orders over $65 using a host code. So this was a stamp in the celebration that I had extras. I think I still have 10 left if you're interested in getting one of those kits. So we have bonus days happening. That means for every $50, you also get a $5 coupon to use in August. $50 order in July, $5 off in August. So I think, oh, one other special I have is through Saturday. I have a ton of inventory left on some of my card kits to go, and I'm offering a special. Buy 2 past card kits, doesn't include July's, and you'll get a free stamp set in your package. So that's my special of the month. Let's see, inventory updates. So Timeless Charm and Trucking Along stamp sets from the online exclusive are out of stock. Both will be back around July 17th. So Very Merry Set, another new one. They don't have a date on that one. That's out of stock. Couple sets of dies, Let's Go Shopping, Carousel Horses are out of stock for now. Country Blossoms folder, Let's Go Fishing designer paper later this month. Gold distress paper, in color dots, and a few colors of blends are out of stock. Countryside in designer paper, Little Monkey Punch, Bow Punch, Zany Zoo dies, those are all low inventory. Quite a few colors of blends and ink pads are also low inventory. Okay, I think that's it for news. Let's get to the fun. So I'm super excited about this next project. So I created a new wonder. I love creating what I call one sheet wonders, I should say. This is called a 4-card wonder, and I made a new template. My husband's so good, he drew it up for me. I create the projects and he draws it up. So what it features, now this is a half a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, right? You can get 2. I stamped all over with a new bundle called Translucent Florals. Now you can't get this yet. This will be in the holiday catalog. It is gorgeous. It is so my style. Yeah, and it has dies that match it. You've probably been seeing some of it on either the Demonstrator Planning Place or Pinterest or whatever, but it's not available for anybody yet, and you had to join or sign up for a certain event on Stampin' Up, and then we could pre-order this early. That option is over. So anyway, Translucent Florals, we made 4 cards with it at my team meeting on Saturday, and I wanted to share them with you, but I'm going to make a new one today. This template and the full tutorial will be free on my blog on Monday. Well, they're not in order, are they? So all the layers, all the directions, and the template will be available on my blog. Now my blog, if you haven't followed me on my blog, it is Flowerbugs Ink Spot. That is the name of my blog. So just Google it, Flowerbugs Ink Spot. So basically you take your favorite stamp set and you stamp all over, filling in all the little spots too. You don't leave much open. Then you create 4 cards. So let's move this away and show you the 4 cards. I should be doing this a different way. There we go. So those are 4. I kept them very simple, less layers. This is for quick cards. This is not for over-the-top cards. This is for quick cards you want to get done just making your own designer paper. Now you can certainly use a piece of designer paper for this, but I specifically made it for the fun of creating your own background. So that's what this is. So let's get started. I'm going to sort of create another one. Well, not sort of, I will. Okay, I'm going to use this stamp set this time and try something different. All right, so I changed up the colors just a little bit. I'm using Bubble Bath, Parakeet Party, Pool Party, and Berry Burst. And like I said, the beautiful balloon stamp set. So hopefully I can remember. I already created 1 sheet. Now I have to redo this. So I'm going to get all my stamps out. And believe me, there's a lot. And try and remember what I stamped. So I'm going to get a little peek out so I remember which stamps were in which color. Okay, I know that these 2 were first. And I always start with the largest stamp first. Always. And this is a double balloon. Let's see. This right here. Same stamp size, and you can stamp them together. So when I do this, I stamp the largest image first. Always. And you always, I should use always way too much. Stamp the edges too. It's just important to make it look like designer paper, right? So when I use a color like Berry Burst, I immediately wash off the ink so it's not stained as bad. Still stains. Any purples or reds or dark pinks will stain. Okay, scoot that away so I don't get mixed up. Oh, and that is not on there very well. Let me press. Okay, now to line this up. I found it's easier when you're 2-step stamping to stamp the darker image first. And then you can add the lighter one on top. And luckily this does not have to be very exact. It has quite a bit of overlap. So, and it's, like I said, a very solid stamp set. So how many of you have created your own designer paper like this? It's just super fun to do. That's why I like these 4-sheet wonders so much, because I really like to just stamp. Just fun to just stamp. Okay, next, and I know it's going to make people nervous to have this many stamp or ink pads out, so I'll move them aside. This is like a long, not a banner. What is this called? I keep forgetting the name of it, and people have to tell me. You're just making your own paper. I think that's good. I'll leave that alone. Okay, next, I believe the next largest piece is this balloon. So I really like the Parakeet Party. So I'm going to stamp a lot of that. It adds a lot of brightness to the making my own paper. And it's okay to stamp over some images. And of course, like I say, on the edges. Make sure you get your edges. Okay, looks pretty good. You can always add more. Okay, next I'm going to go back into the Berry Burst and add some. Sometimes it helps when you ink. If it doesn't look like it's absorbing very well, I kind of work the stamp into my paper and get it so it's going to absorb a little bit better. That's nice and smooth. And you want to twist when you're making your own paper. You want to twist your stamp so it's in different directions often. And I have a few more images yet to get on here, so I'm leaving just a little bit of space. Clean that right away. Now I'm not sure this shows up a lot, but I'm inking, it's like a confetti, and stamping that on the balloon, so it's not quite as plain. Give it a little bit of a life. One didn't show up. And I twist my paper a lot just for ease of stamping. We only have one stamp left. I'm going to do this one again. And again, I always stamp off on my paper before I ink in my chamois, because the chamois doesn't get as dirty then. Streamer, thank you. Yes, thank you. I'm sorry I didn't notice that if you were telling me. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with both blue and green and do some of this confetti. I think I did it in both colors on the other one I did, so we're gonna do the same thing. See how fun it can be to make your own paper? Super cool. That's why I stamp, because I feel like an artist. So I'm going to clean that off, and then I'm going to switch to Pool Party and bring some of that back in to the paper. So you're going to start looking at your stamps in a whole new way when you make these kind of things. And when I'm making a one-sheet wonder, I always look for sets that have multiple sizes of image, so large to small, because that helps you really fill in your paper. I think that's good. I think I'm going to call it good. Oh, I forgot about this one. Well, I think I'll still do it. Let me see. I did use blue. So we'll add a few of these fun little balloon strings just now and then, just to add some more life to the piece. Okay, maybe too busy, maybe not, but it's going to be cut into many pieces. Okay, that is it. We've made our 4-card wonder sheet. So now, move these out of the way. And oh, I hope you're going to stay tuned, because the next project after this is incredible. It's, yeah, you're going to just really go bonkers. I did. It was made by one of my team members. And yeah, I had to I posted it last week Friday and the measurements were wrong. So it was a tackle box. So hang on and stay with me. Okay, we're gonna start from the right side. So this one here says 2 inches by 5.5. Well, it's already 5.5 tall. So I just need to cut at 2 inches. Oh, actually I wanted, well, it doesn't really matter which side you start on. Okay, so we have that one. That's that piece. Now the next one is 1 3/4. So we go to 1 3/4 because there's the 2. Here's the 1 3/4. If you have trouble with measurements, all I can say is you just got to play with it. Now that 1 3/4 needs to be divided into 3 pieces. So this is, you'll see there's so little waste on this 4-card wonder. I don't want to call it a 4-sheet wonder. I have one of those too. This is the waste on this whole piece. That is the garbage. So yeah, it's not much. So those are those pieces. Now we have this. So this is, make double check, 4 3/4. So this piece here is 2.5. So we're going to cut that off at 2.5. Okay, and so that is that piece up there. Now we have this piece left that is likely 3 inches by 4 3/4. Let's double check. Yep, 3 inches by 4 3/4. So we just need to cut this into 3 1-inch strips. It's that easy, and it's helpful if you keep them in order so you don't have to worry about putting this puzzle together later. Although with this stamped 4-card wonder, it's pretty easy. See how that makes a puzzle? Okay, I'm going to set this on here in order. That's helpful later. Okay, now we have our pieces. Now I already made this whole sheet. I stamped it. I have my cards ready. I didn't want this video to last that long, but you get the gist, right? 3 pieces here, 1 here, 3 for this card, and 1 for this card. Now on the original, not the original, my second one, I labeled each piece. So this is card number 4. These 3 pieces are card number 1. This one I labeled card number 2, and these 3 are all card number 3. So on my blog, this one was my first draft, and this is the final, so that they're all numbered, so you know. And then they correspond with card number 4. Okay, so it'll be easy once you get the print out or save the PDF that I made. Okay, so those are the pieces I made, but we're going to use the other pieces. So what I might do is go in order. Okay, here is card number 1. And I changed colors from my original. This is the balloon one. So now here is Bubble Bath, and I chose my layer to be Parakeet Party. So we're just going to adhere this. Let's scoot this away. So you'll have the directions when you go to my blog on Monday and get the PDF that'll be on there. It's free. So yeah, it is super fun to make your own paper. Just super fun. You can choose the colors. Now, like I said, the stamp sets I choose because of the size of the images. I'm going to make sure that's in the right place. Yep. The colors I choose sometimes because if I need ribbons. Now, you can do your own ribbons by, coloring some white ribbon, or you can choose your card. I chose my colors based on the fact that I had ribbons. So there we go. And this is set offset from center. It originally was, but I'm not going to do that on this one. I'm going to center this one because of my greeting. I changed the greeting from, let me see, where did I put those cards? Yeah. So this is the original card. And so you can see I had a long banner. Well, I decided to do this one instead, just for something different. Now, I didn't stamp all of these. Some I did ahead of time, but this one I didn't. hopefully I gave myself a greeting. Maybe I didn't. Oh yeah, it was this one. I was thinking I was looking for congratulations, but I'm using the balloon set, and I'm hoping this fits. Okay, I kind of checked it. It looks like it does. Now I just want to be sure it's straight. Okay, clean that right away since it is the pink. All right, so my plan was to pop this up. See, I'm going to change these. Every time you make a 4-card wonder or a 1-sheet wonder type thing, you're gonna likely change it up depending on what you have in your stash. And then I was debating on whether I want to do another set of balloons. I do kind of like that, or the stars. I think I like the balloons. Okay, we'll add dimensional here. Don't want to get too far outside the card. There we go. And yeah, I think that one's going to have to be below. Okay, I don't even know if I'm going to add ribbons. I might just wait and see. Oh, that looks crooked. I wonder if I stamped it crooked. There we go. Hopefully that's better. Okay, first card done. Now I didn't add embellishments. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to try and get the cards done. Okay, number 2 was this one. I really like this layout. I think that's fun. Oh, I forgot about the inside. I did make insides for these cards. So I'm only going to show you a couple. So here's the inside for this one. Does that drive you crazy when I put the glue on the wrong side? Doesn't have to hit the edges. I'm just fine with getting the middle. Okay, there's card number 1. Okay, number 2. I just have to remember which color I did. Yeah, I think it's this one. Okay, so we did pool party for this one. There's my pieces. And of course, I put away my greeting and I didn't stamp it. So I may have to do this one without because I really want to get to the other project. All right, so decision time. I have pink, parakeet, or lemon lime twist. I can't remember, but they both work. And I think I'm going to use the pool party. Oh, shoot, I don't have enough. That's it. Okay, it's going to be this one, I think. So you can tie it all the way around if you want, which is what I did. And then adjust it depending on what you want as far as your bow or your knot. Still with me? Yeah, I kept these cards super, super simple. Now what I do is I hold that ribbon and pull just one side. And that usually gives you a nice knot on the top if you just pull one side. Like I said, I'm not going to finish all these because I really want to get to that last project that is, it's like going to blow your mind. I'm not going to press down really hard here because I need to be able to slip this under slightly. I shouldn't have put any glue there. So in fact, I'm going to almost just leave that there for now. Oh, is that crooked to you? It's crooked to me. Press down at the top. So that is this card, not finished. However, my insides, I did finish one of them like this. So that'll go in there. See how they coordinate so well when I just 4 colors, and that might seem like a lot to some of you. I mean, you could certainly cut it back to 3 depending on your stamp set. My stamp set easily did 4 colors. So there's card number 2. Okay, so let's see, card number 3 one right here. Now this one's a little bit, quite a bit different. It features those squares. So when I made this, it was like quite a challenge to get these squares to be something different rather than across the card. Because I easily could have tried doing it across the card, but they barely fit. So this is what I came up with instead. Now you have to just kind of play with what you want where. And if I remember right, this is what I did when I was playing with this. Now I did create another balloon and a greeting, and I thought this kind of worked. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh. So just kind of have fun with it. Now this could easily be moved to horizontal or a landscape type card. You would not have to do vertical. And you could pop one of these up as well. So yeah, just kind of play with it, have fun with it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Add a couple dimensionals to this and add it to the card. And then here is my greeting. So I think I will just do this, and maybe, do I have an edge? Yes, because this hangs over the balloon. Sorry. So I put some glue and then a little dimensional right there so it stays even. And then a few little sequins or something. I didn't even add, let me see, where is the other card? So you can compare. There we go. So here, I need to secure that one down. Here's the other one. So here I added, in fact, that's not even secured down very well. Goes right there. A little die cut with vellum from that new bundle. So totally different cards, but very similar. Okay, that was card number 3. Now the last one, card number 4, is the Berry Burst. So as you can see when we're done here, I bring these cards out when they're all done. I used 1/2 sheet. Whoops. No, what happened? Oh no, that's the wrong card. 1/2 sheet of each color. So Pool Party, Bubble Bath, Parakeet Party, and this is the Berry Burst one. You can see I started on one side and I had to fix it because I stamped something in the wrong color as I was doing this. Now, I already stamped on here because one thing I would suggest, if you're going to stamp directly on a layer that you're going to use, do it before you adhere this down, because if this wouldn't have been straight or had a hair or something on it, I can turn it over and use the other side and try again. So that's my tip for that. When you're stamping on something, remember you always have 2 sides. Yeah, I think this is the way I'll go. Kind of go by the way the balloons are landing. Okay, I had another piece. There it is. So in the ribbons, this is something I always do, is lay the short piece under the long piece. And then I tie this in an overhand knot. And I'll explain why. Because when you do this, you always have a bad side. This is the knot side that shows the knot. I want the smooth side, and that's this side right here. So that's the smooth side. So now this ribbon can be moved anywhere I want to move it. The knot can be. So how I put this on here is I get my seal. This is the Seal Plus. And find my knot and add it where I want it, and then I just press over on that strip of adhesive that I have there. See that? So now I have it where I want it. I can trim this. Okay. All right, so then this, see how it all coordinates so wonderfully? Just goes on there. We'll use my liquid glue. When you pick your colors, And I'm just going to center this on there. And like I said, I didn't even take time to add, what do I call, sequins. So what I used on the other card, and I thought they would work well here, even though I don't have peacock. This is the new Adhesive Back Sequins Trio, and it has pink, peacock, and white. And so I thought those would work nicely. There's other gems too that have some of the lemon lime or parakeet in there. So that's the 4-card wonder. Like I said, it will be on my blog on Monday with the full tutorial available to you free. So it's a great class to have if you're a demonstrator, or just a really fast way to make cards. And it's so fun to make your own paper, right? So then just use the template to cut it up. All right, so that's that. Now, I can't wait to show you this next project. Let me get some of this out of the way. So my team member, Candace Bird, she was our team's Artist of the Month for June. And I was late in showing this. I just showed this last week, but this is what she made with the Gone Fishing bundle. And I don't even have the bundle here. I do have the dies. So this is the, let's see, yep, Gone Fishing dies. And she used this one right here to cut the window in here. So we'll slide off her cute little greeting, and that is the lid of her box. Now if you look closely, let's see, she adhered this pretty well. Right here I can lift up. So here is this piece. Okay, so yeah, that's that piece right there. And she formed her box. Now I'm gonna form the box and I'm gonna show you how she made the inserts. Isn't this cute? She has the red fish, the gummy worms, these little jelly bellies or jelly beans that look like rocks, some kisses, and some nuggets, some gold nuggets. So super, super cute for a fishing bundle. So yeah, fishing tackle box. We call it a tackle box tackle treat box, I guess is what you'd call it. Isn't that adorable? She did, and she made this pattern up herself. Made it up herself. So crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I had to make one. Now she had basically just some scribbled notes on how she made this, but I do have the measurements and I've made it now, so I know they're correct. I posted on Friday and there were some errors, so I have fixed that. So this will be, it's actually on my blog on Friday, this measurement right here, and I'll post it again when I share this box. So I made one out of Berry Burst because I wanted to do a birthday box, and I'm kind of in a Berry Burst mood, I guess. So this is, let's see if I can lift up, yeah, one of my, so that's the die that you cut. So basically what you do, here's the lid of the box. So this is 6 1/4 by 7 1/2. You cut up on each long side on the score line. Oh, I'm sorry. You score 1 inch on all sides. Score 1 inch on all sides. Then you cut up, but you do want to make a little notch in the tab. Now, not on the straight piece, on the tab. Very important for how we're going to put this together. So I did the other sides already. And you can score, and you can do this before you cut as well. You can fold over. Sometimes it helps to know your score lines if you fold first. Okay, so what she did then is, and this is how you make your bottom of the box too. Same exact thing. Put some glue, and you can use tear and tape, but I would not use plain old tape runner. I would not do that. On boxes, you need something, you need either this glue or tear and tape, because otherwise nothing will stay. This is something that gets a lot of on, off, so you need to make it hold well. Okay, so a little bit more of the liquid glue. I like it because it's fast. I'm all about fast. And you want to make sure your edges are nice and straight. Okay, so there is, I'm sorry, this was the top of the box. I made a mistake. I should have, but I won't do that. Should have used those measurements, those score lines, as my frame for knowing where to die cut this. So before I did the sides, I would place that on, and it does fit, just barely. It fits on your die cut machine. But you'll cut your window first. Then you put your window sheet inside, and then you form your box. Or form your box and add your window seat. But you have to do the die cut before you form your sides. So that was a little boo-boo on my part, but I wasn't planning on cutting this out. Now for the inside of the box. Okay, so that's the lid. Here is the inside of the box, and yes, I had have a little bit of tape there because I had to try this all before to make sure it fit. So here is inside bottom under the two divided sections. So this is the inside bottom. So what I want to do, and I already put some, but I'm going to use my strong Seal Plus to form that divided layer. Okay, now I can use this. But make sure it fits, and like I said, I've made sure these measurements are correct now. So now I can put this in here and make it stay. Okay, I didn't want to put this together because I wanted to be sure it worked. Now we have two divided sections. This is one side, and I think I have it scooted over a little bit. It barely fits. The lid has a narrow side, and the die itself has, I don't know where I put the die now. Interesting. It's just gone. Oh, I threw it way over across the table. Anyway, the die itself, yeah, cuts on 2 narrow slots and 3. And so that's how she just designed her inside pieces. So you'll use my scoring. Like I said, I have it here, but I also will have it on my, well, I do have it on my blog on Friday. Friday, that would be July 7th. I'm pretty sure Friday was July 7th. Okay, so now I do have to make sure, as I put this on there, because this is a little bit wider. I'm not sure if I have a wider section. That one is almost 5. Same thing. I think that I might have made a little bit of boo-boo on the measurements here, but because I don't think I have a too narrow and a wide. Oh well, it'll still work. So, yeah, they're a little bit off, aren't they? Shoot. I guess it's still not perfected. I'll have to adjust those measurements for this piece and move them over. So, you know what I'm going to do? Because I don't want to ruin that. I don't want to keep that in there. I'm going to fix it before I take pictures. There we go. So I'll make a new one, put that in there so it is exact, because this one is perfect. Okay, so let me show you what I was going to put in here. Oh, and I can't do that because this one is, well, I'm gonna attempt it. Because I went to the dollar store and had some fun. So I found some Laffy Taffy that fits in this spot. Then let me see. I think these are Warheads, and they are good. I've never had Warheads. I had to try them. And one of these spots had some Kisses. And this is Skittles that fits here. And this is Russell Stover Strawberry Cream. I thought the color worked pretty well. So there's that. Okay. Then I made this little tag with the circle sayings. This is Parakeet Party and Bubble Bath. Then I was just going to take my ribbon, if I can find it, and tie all the way around and include this. But I need to, before I let it dry. Isn't it cute? I know, the dollar store is the best. It is the best. So I think, I'm not sure how I'm going to add this. I have to decide on that. But before I do this, I don't want that to dry. So I have to get this piece out of here because I don't want that to set in there. I'm going to put a new one that works with the parameters of this. I didn't even notice that yesterday when I was designing this. So anyway, you'll see a better version with the tie on the top as well with a little tag. So super cute. Love it. Candace is brilliant. I kind of just followed hers and used the die as a help. So those are the projects today. So I also do want to share my team swaps from the other day. We had super fun cards. We met for my team meeting on Saturday, and these are the cards they made. So our theme was to create our own background, kind of where I got the idea for my 4-sheet wonder, for card wonder, I should say. So this is Annette's card. She used 2 colors of ink spots, Orchid Oasis and Boho Blue, and she dragged them across each other with an ink spot. Now this is just a square little spot. So she did this and it looks like denim. So really, really pretty and so perfect for that die cut. Wonderful Thoughts bundle, I believe that is. This is Candy. She used the Bottled Happiness, I think, and the new, I forget what the name of this background stamp is. I did already update the measurements on the blog, Tammy. Oh, yes, you're right. I will have to update the measurements on the blog again for that last piece. I will. Yep. So that is Candy's card. This is Paula's card. She used, I think, Petal Park and Timeless Arrangements, and I forget the name for that leaf, with Daffodil and Black. Jackie made this one. She stamped her own background, and same with Paula, stamped her own background. She heat embossed her flowers with white embossing powder, but look at that cute bumblebee. So she used the Hello Ladybug stamp set and punch, and she just added some strips of daffodil for the ladybug, and then she punched her wings out of window sheet. Really, it's hard to punch out of window sheet, let me tell you. It is not easy to do, but she did it. This is mine. I posted this yesterday on my blog, and this uses the kindest expressions. And the Paper Florist dies. Love these dies. And then I used a mask to add paste, or embossing paste, over in an ombre sponged layer. So I just used Berry Burst. Here we go. I'm stuck on Berry Burst. And use the blending brush to blend my ink all the way from top to bottom on a piece of Bubble Bath pink paper. And when I added the embossing paste, it picked up the color of my sponging. Even though the ink was totally dry, it made the embossing paste ombre as well. I was very surprised at that. So Lori made this one, Bird's Eye View. She even gave an envelope, and her technique for her background, she scored on the diagonal every inch, and then she folded it. So, I don't know if I can. So she folded her paper on the score line, then she used a sponge dauber and brushed on every score line. Isn't that, I don't know if I've ever seen that technique. Oh boy, I'm missing some swaps. I wonder where the rest are. Shoot. This is Monica's. I'm sorry, I don't know where the rest of my swaps are. I must have put them in my card samples already. She used the Scallop Contours die and stamp set. That's not the name of the stamp set. I forget what the name is, but she masked her paper and then sponged, I believe it's Orchid Oasis and Daffodil. So I'm missing a few, and I don't know where they went. So I apologize to the girls who I didn't share. That's not very nice. I thought I had them all in my pile here. Anyway, they'll be on my blog the end of this week and early next week. That's where these will be posted, so you'll get ideas on what those are. Lastly, I wanted to share my card kit to go that I shared today on my blog. This uses the Masterfully Made designer paper. So those are 2 cards. You get the trio of sequins, share, and you get 2 colors of twine with these cards. So there's one. I used the kindest expressions on these stamps and the layering leaves. So there's 2 fun folds. Here's a double Z fold, really shows off the paper nicely. 2 different examples, of course. Everything is die cut for you, cut for you. It's all ready to go. Here's another that just makes the most of that pretty paper. And here's the last is a fun fold, double layer pop-up, I think it's called. So those are the Masterfully Made. Remember, you get $20 in product for just $28. So you're paying just $4 when you count tax and shipping in there for the pre-cut pieces. It's a really good deal, and the free tutorial. So yeah, excellent deal. So remember, you can add on the stamp set or the bundles to any of my my kits to go. They're all found here on my tutorial shop. So yeah, those are the kits to go. Remember, you can add on a second one and save some shipping. All right, I think that's it for today's project. So I think I shared everything I need to. Don't forget about all the specials. Here's my host code if you want to order anything. And please share my video. And if you're following me on Facebook, give me a like, give me a love, and same with YouTube. I would appreciate it if you would comment or ring the bell to follow me and whatnot. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Tuesday. All right, take care. Bye-bye.